This is a quick lesson on basic soloing. The idea of this is that you have a scale, which is a group of notes, like something like that. You have a scale that goes with the chord sequence for the song that you're playing over. And if you've got the right scale for the song, you can improvise and make things up using the notes of the scale without really paying much attention to what chords are being played. So on a basic level, you can ignore the chords, so you don't change scale with the chord changes. You leave the chord changes going and just play the one scale over the top. So I'll do 3 examples. I've got a loop pedal here, so I'll put some chord sequences down, then just quickly demonstrate how to do this. So the 3 scales that are the most useful are the pentatonic major, pentatonic minor and blues scale. So to start off with, I'm just going to play them in case you don't already know them. If I do everything in the key of A, just as the example. So the A pentatonic major, this note's A, goes like this. I'm doing these as 2 octave scales, so which is convenient on a guitar neck. Pentatonic minor is. These are all starting on A and ending on the A at the top. The blues scale, A blues scale. So the last 2 are very similar. The blues scale's got 1 extra note, but because it's 2 octaves, it looks like 2 extra notes, which is that one and that one. They've been added. So if we take the pentatonic major first of all, so I'll play a simple chord sequence in A major, first of all. First scale, pentatonic major over the top. I'll let it come round to you. I can play the notes in any order. So you can see how that works. Doesn't have to be anything very complicated. You can just use those notes and play little phrases from that scale. So a good idea is to start with 4 or 5 note phrases and leave gaps. If you don't leave gaps, it can just all blur into a mush of sound. Do another quick example. I'll do a minor one this time. So I'm going to play a chord sequence in the key of A minor. Now I'm going to do one using the blues scale. I'm going to use the A blues scale, which was this one. Now this is a bit trickier to know when to use it really. I'll do a separate video on the sort of theoretical side of this and explaining when to use which scale in a bit more detail. But basically I'm going to use a chord sequence starting on A7. Now if you do rock guitar grades, RGT rock guitar grades, this will apply to that. If it starts on A7, use A blues. So that's the basics of it. Learn the scales and then apply the scale that's going to be the right one for the chord sequence over the top of the song, and it should work. I'll do a few more examples on another video. And these patterns I've just played, these scale patterns, are all movable patterns on a guitar. So it's one of the good things about playing guitar. You can learn one pattern, like for example A pentatonic minor. But if you want to play a B pentatonic minor, you just have to find a B note, which is here, and play the same thing. And the same applies to the other two scales. Okay, thanks.